If fantasy and romance are what you seek, featuring heroines who aren't quite so meek, with book talk and Instagram full of deceit, simply listen to our podcast, Our Picks of the Week. There are times when I just want some kind of silly billionaire mafia.
You have my attention.
It's just, it is the curse of being a woman, I think. Sometimes
What can I say? I want a billionaire with dark tendencies.
Honestly. I have tried Anna Huang books in the past, and I think I just started with one that just really turned me off in the wrong way. But on a whim, I tried King of Wrath by Anna Huang, and I liked it a lot more than I thought I would.
I've heard of this one.
Yeah, it's silly. It's, if you don't think about it too much, but even that said, it's way more digestible, real than some of the other kind of oh, he beats people up and oh, he's conflicted, but this is kind of yucky and stupid. This one was actually I enjoyed it a lot more. And I think it's because the main female character, Vivian, is actually sort of developed, and she has her own things that
she's not an insert self character.
Yep, correct.
Ooh.
She is not a Mary Sue. She has her own emotional issues that she starts to resolve towards it. So surprising if you want some kind of billionaire daddy boyfriend.
Who doesn't?
Honestly, this might be the book for you. So it starts out, Dante is a billionaire. He's super hyper type A, controlling, a little bit aggressive in his business tendencies, but he is very I am on my own. I don't want distractions. I'm just I'm doing my thing, being a billionaire, whatever. Except until he is blackmailed by the female character's father. She doesn't know this, but he comes up to Dante and he's like, hey, your brother was fucking around with the wrong woman. I have pictures and you are going to marry my daughter, or else I'm going to give these pictures to the father of the woman who's in them. So the background of the pictures, it shows Dante's brother having sex with the daughter of a mafia don. And this man is notorious for murdering people.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And he's like, okay, so I either marry your daughter, which whatever, I think I can get out of it in our engagement period, or my brother dies because he's a fucking idiot. And so obviously he's like, okay, fine, but I'm going to find a way out of this. Long engagement period, 6 to 9 months. The whole time he's like, I need to, find all the copies of this picture, get it destroyed so that my brother, who's, spending through money, he drinks, he's whatever, I need to save him because obviously brothers are the
sweet.
only. Yeah. This is where we enter Vivian. So she is a very traditional socialite. Her family is nouveau rich. So they were jewelers who all of a sudden their company kind of took off. And so their family is ravenous to be legitimized by the old times rich. So she has to be perfect. She went to Princeton or Yale. She's a high class party planner for big society events. She wears, Chanel suits and pearls, and she's very much, she'll do whatever her parents tell her to. And she hasn't even considered the fact of doing something on her own, because she's that's just what you have to do. Because there is some fun kind of, I think she's Vietnamese or Chinese, and then so there's interesting kind of cultural parts behind it. They meet, and obviously Dante's you're hot, but I'm not gonna actually fucking marry you, so you do whatever, we'll pretend at this farce of an engagement. But Vivian thinks that she's her parents have picked out a person for her to marry, and she has to marry him, and she's we're gonna make this fucking work. You can't just ignore me. And this is the first hint of Dante being oh, I just thought that you were gonna roll over and take it, but you're have some kind of personality. And so he's hosting the first event is he is hosting an art gallery showing at his apartment. He has all these beautiful, priceless works, and he doesn't invite his fiance.
Oh no. That's a mistake, buddy.
Yeah. And so she finds out in a roundabout way, and she's okay, that's too far. Like, you can, have me in your apartment and, like, I live here and you, like, don't tell me anything about when I'm supposed to, like, move in. Like, you've just ignored me, but, like, we're fucking engaged, buddy. Like, they're gonna put out an announcement in the New York Times. Like, everyone's gonna know and they're gonna be like, why the fuck isn't your fiance here? And so she just shows up and Dante's like, you weren't invited to this party. And she's like, okay, listen up, bucko. This is how it's gonna go. We are going to have an engagement shoot in, like, what is the Central Park?
Mm-hmm.
We are going to go on dates. You are going to give me all of the information about my move-in, like, by 12 o'clock tomorrow in my email. And if it's not there, I'm going to fucking, like, rip your balls off. And he's like, I am unfortunately turned on by this. That's rude. And I'm kind of upset about it. It obviously progresses. Silly interactions. They, like, start to love each other, and then she finds out that her, dad is blackmailing him, and then it, like, dissolves. And I think that Anna Huang had this, like, really interesting thing at the end where she could have had Vivian just, like, like, oh, like, you didn't mean it, but then you fell in love, and, like, now we're together or whatever. But she actually has Vivian have some kind of, like, backbone, and she's like, no, like, the whole basis of our relationship was, like, false. Like, we need to, like, start over, and I'm, like, willing to do that, but I'm not going to just, like, jump back into bed with you.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, Dante has to actually, like, prove himself, and he, like, does all these, like, outrageous, they have dates and stuff. But it was, like, a fun, like, giving Vivian some kind of, like, actual, like, legitimacy.
I am intrigued by this.
It was, like, a fun, silly, play it in the background. I listened to the audiobook of it. They have some very, like, sexy, smutty scenes, halfway through that were, like, pretty enjoyable. But it was just, like, a fun, I haven't had, like, a good, like, billionaire, silly, contemporary romance.
Contemporary, I was going to say.
Yeah, but this one was, like, good enough that I continued with the series, so.
My next question is going to be the deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
What perspective is this written in? Is there dual POV?
It's dual POV.
First person?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I listened to it, so it sounds like it's because the audio recording has two different people that speak the male and female parts.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like you don't really notice, but
maybe I'll listen to it.
It was silly. It was stupid. It was fun. I enjoyed it. The second one is, like, I thought was going to be really good, but the narrator for it, his voice is just, like, not good. But I think he's, like, a Shanghai American guy who's, like, very straight-laced, and he, like, falls in love with this, like, purple-haired, yeah, love it. But yeah, it was silly. I would say The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren, like, very similar, whatever. The Sweetest Oblivion by Danielle. This is my, like, secret mafia romance that I just, like, love. It's so trashy, so bad, but I love it. And then I would also say Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood, just because it's, like, billionaire, weird, whatever part. But I would say that the female characters in these two books are not similar at all. Okay. But it's just a similar, like, billionaire throw money around thing. But yeah, King of Rap. Didn't think I would like it, but I did.
Okay. I might listen.
That's fair.
Well, from Katie's shelf to yours.
We'll see you on the next page. Hi, readers. Like what you've been hearing? Check out the Spice Archive at notanotherheroine.com to see all of our reviews and ratings. And if you'd like to support our growing library, find us on Patreon and get access to exclusive bonus content.
If you'd like to just listen, we post new episodes every Monday and Wednesday on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Thanks for listening.